Welcome to Homeschool Nolan, here to help you navigate learning in the digital age. This is a time of year when high school seniors across the country and around the world have anxiously heard from or are waiting to hear from colleges and universities that they've applied to. And unfortunately, for many students, it means not getting into their first or second choice school. Now, in a previous video, I talked about why it seems harder than ever these days to get into one of these elite colleges. Now, some of us might think that those who do get into these elite colleges might be smarter or more talented than the rest of us. In other words, they got in through superior merit. But is that really true? In my most recent issue of Princeton Alumni Weekly, Princeton President Chris Eisgruber writes about the meaning of merit in college admissions. Not only does he talk about merit, but he also reveals what it really takes sometimes to get into Princeton. And today, I'd like to share some of what he wrote, as I think it's also applicable to getting into other elite colleges that are out there. First, we all know that it's hard to get into Princeton and other elite colleges. But are the people who get in really better than all the rest? To answer that, I'd like to share some interesting numbers President Eisgruber reveals. He writes, quote, "Princeton receives more than 35,000 applications for admissions annually. How many unsuccessful applicants, I have asked Dean of Admission and Financial Aid Karen Richardson, are so good that you could substitute any one of them for an admitted student without any loss of quality to the entering class? Around 18,000, she tells me. 18,000 well-qualified applicants. That's roughly 9 times the number of offers the dean can make." So apparently, the roughly 2,000 applicants who do get into Princeton aren't necessarily more qualified. So how do they get in? Could it be that at least some of them are being admitted for other reasons besides merit? Well, President Eisgruber does talk about merit as well. Here's what he said about merit. Quote, "One of the questions that I hear most often when discussing admission standards is, why don't you just choose students on the basis of merit?" People ask this question with different targets in mind. Some object to affirmative action. Some do not think we should give any weight to athletic prowess or legacy status or to residence in underrepresented states and regions. My answer is this. Princeton admits all students on the basis of merit, and we judge merit as we must on the basis of the institution's mission. So Princeton does admittedly admit based on merit. But then one might ask, what is Princeton's definition of merit? Is it more than just GPA and test scores? Well, he also tackles that next when he writes, "When merit is evaluated according to Princeton's mission, many things matter to it. Test scores, for example, are one source of evidence about academic ability, but they are at best imperfect indicators of a student's capacity for discovery, creativity, insight, scholarly or other achievement, leadership, or service. Life is not a test-taking competition, and neither is college. Princeton would not do much for the world by producing graduates whose chief distinction is their test-taking skill." He then goes on to say how Princeton takes a holistic approach to admissions where they value many kinds of merit such as service, citizenship, discipline, and persistence. He also addresses the explosive topic of affirmative action by saying, quote, "Race and ethnicity are among the many factors that help us to understand the challenges that applicants have overcome and the perspectives that they can add to our campus." So if we take the president's page at his word, then schools like Princeton really do admit students based on merit. But the definition of merit is, of course, up to each institution. But back to the question. If Princeton only admits about 1 out of every 9 qualified applicants, all of them with merit, then what does it really take to get in? Well, President Eisgruber reveals this towards the end when he writes, "All the students here are talented and accomplished people who fully deserve their places on campus. But they are also lucky people, because each year we must say no to thousands of comparably excellent students who are equally deserving of admission." So I know many students who work their tails off through high school may not want to hear this, but in addition to merit, sometimes it also takes luck to get into Princeton and other elite institutions. Notice I said it also takes luck. You still need to have merit to even be in the game, but neither merit nor luck alone will get you into the best schools. You need both. For many young students, getting rejected by college is probably the first major setback and disappointment in your life. And it's only the beginning. You will find that as you go through life, luck can continue to play a huge role. You will find that opportunity doesn't always get handed to the most talented or hardest worker. The best we can do is just to do our best to be prepared with merit, whether or not opportunity comes our way or is denied. And if luck doesn't go our way, we must be prepared to be resilient and to move on to bigger and better things in life. Regardless of which college you end up attending or already graduated from, I hope this video has been helpful if you've ever felt the disappointment of not getting into a school, a company, or some other elite institution. And with that, I'd like to wish you all the best of luck in your own journey. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to click subscribe for more videos like this one. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.